Hey, what's going on, guys? G-Dog Casey here with Stark. Going to be casting a pretty cool 4v4 matchup that happened yesterday.
Yeah, this is a bit of a breath of fresh air for the channel and just something a bit of fun. So, brief backstory behind this game. Mr. Evan, aka B-Boy Slug, just threw himself into the Skype channel and was like, hey, let's play some team games like people do late at night. So we grabbed together a ragtag team of B-Boy Slug, me, Duck, who else? Minimum Rage, and T-Mills. So that's two Terrans, a Zerg, and a Zerg operating as Protoss. And we queue up into Adder and we see ourselves against, I think it was 2 golds, a platinum, and a master called Ace of Scarlett. And we're like, oh.
Oh, snap.
Right then. Off racing with Protoss. But is that off racing?
Well, it's definitely in her 5% of races played. Alright, let's get into it. I was given some time for some backstory, but I'm going to load it up here. We'll have lots of time to talk, I'm sure.
So, I did a bit of research after this game. I put the replay on GG Tracker because obviously, is this really Scarlet? Like at the start of the game, they're like, oh no, it's a fake, blah blah blah. But I put it into GG Tracker, and this is 100% the account Scarlet used at the Red Bull, whatever the thing was.
The Battlegrounds
in Washington. Yeah, that's the one. Where there were games against Polt on this account, Cure, Passing. Once I saw those three, I didn't really look any further. So yeah, even if this isn't Scarlet, it was a really cool team game. There we go.
Yeah, for sure.
Gonna be a bit crazy.
Yeah, okay, first of all, we're casting a 4v4. Alright, I need to first of all figure out which team is which here. So, down in the bottom left corner, this is going to be Team Allin, featuring a red Terran player, Minimum Rage, Gold Leaguer, up and coming though, he's been playing really well in the CTL, and pretty sure he'll be plat by the end of the league, if he wants it. We got the blue Terran player Stark, who is my co-host tonight, casting with me. Very good diamond player. More than happy to help out anybody who's looking for it. Wow, this map is really cool. Look at this ramp.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed with that ramp. Yeah, Stark, just awesome all around. Back behind Stark, we have is that the teal Zerg player, B-Boy Slug,
Yep.
Evan, who was the guy who got this team together last night to play. And lastly, we have Allin's T-Mills, the purple Protoss, fairly new to the team, but looking like he's getting along with everybody playing in team games already. And
He's normally a Zerg player, so he decided to off race for this game because it's a team game. What's the worst that could happen, right? What are you gonna do? Queue up against Scarlet?
yeah, exactly. So I'll let you go ahead and introduce the enemy team.
Okay. So we have Scarlet is right at the top of the map as the pink Protoss. We have the green Zerg player Maltonius. Sure who he is. Actually, I don't know who anyone apart from Scarlet is here, to be quite honest.
Yeah, that's true.
We have the yellow Protoss player Deathletter, and we have the orange Protoss, the Templar, who I don't actually recall making Templar, but he has a little picture of the Templar. He has the Carbot Templar on his.
Oh, nice.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Fast expansion. So, okay, first of all, like I already said, we're doing a 4v4 here, so I have no idea if there's any sort of metagame, any strat that you want to go for. Did you guys have a plan?
Well, usually in 4v4, the early game is a lot of fast units and fuses and stuff like that. Not he's in the 1v1 sense of the term. It's almost standard play in this team game, but this is actually pretty unusual because most of the players here are passive. I know that me and Slug decided to do some Hellion speeding aggressions, so he's got the +1 melee attack going before he even gets speed, and I've got my factory coming down. That was about it for our plan, I think. We just sort of winged it from here.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what you end up doing in team games here. Now, I have to apologize, guys. The production tab is not working, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Is yours working?
my production tab is working, but the problem in a team game is it's taking up literally half of my screen.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess.
I just have it off anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be off. So you're in charge of letting me know when crazy things happen that I can't see. Like I didn't know +1 melee was going down for B-Boy Slug. So that's the plan for this team. Now on the other side we have a couple expansions going down. Protoss has gotten a second base for Templar. Maltonius got a second base. Scarlett's sticking on one base here. She's got the Stargate pumping out an Oracle.
Yeah, these oracles. Okay, slight spoiler. Keep an eye on the oracles.
That's gonna
Oh
be
my God.
that's gonna be the first sort of harassment that we're gonna see, I guess. Okay, they're three Protoss, one Zerg. Got it. Okay,
So 3 Protoss and 1 Zerg, and one of the Protoss is proxying a fleet bacon on the bottom right corner of the map.
yeah, that's something worth noting here. Another Stargate with a fleet bacon. So I guess that's gonna be carriers. Like you don't really rush Tempest like this, do you?
It's obviously from carrier, right?
Oh, we got some harassment though. Stark with the 4 Hellions roasting up a bunch of drones. They're probably all gonna die.
Yeah, I was poking around to save Hellions, just seeing what I can get done. I know there's one Zerg who might have feeling, but that's all I'd have to run away from. And I got the feeling support coming in from Evan. So this is kind of as normal of a team game as it kind of gets.
Yeah, well, this is a pretty good attack so far.
Goes crazy, yeah. We've also had Scarlett's Oracle come in, poke around. It's got 10 kills already. Pretty crazy.
Oh snap! Did that hit minimum Rage's base?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I missed that. I was too busy watching your guys' attack, which was definitely pretty good.
Missing.
You're still roasting up drones. The Oracle for Scarlett is moving around T Mill's base. Gonna get some more probe kills here.
There are actually 2 Oracles to keep track of, and we've also tried to run stuff in to harass Scarlett. But as I was running Hellions in, I figured out, assuming this is Scarlett or whoever, they are very good at learning Hellion spells. It's ridiculous. This mineral line, which has like 15, 18 probes in it, still as a result of Speedling and Hellion harass, it's still basically full.
Yeah, you guys have been getting some real damage done here, though. Pretty impressive on this end. Where Scarlett, yeah, her oracles, I can't even find them anymore. Her oracles have gotten tons of kills, but that's kind of it. Whereas you guys, I like the coordination anyway between you guys.
There's an oracle around the red and blue wall up on the ramp, and there's another one towards the right side of B-Boy Slug's second base. They're flying around there, having a good time.
Getting some scouting done. She's being pretty active here, which I suppose is to be expected.
We also have the natural transition of the proxy carrier player is to expand to the goal base on the map. It actually went unscouted for a embarrassingly long amount of time, to admit. Scarlett is making the transition into one base Tempest as well.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Oh, you got the blue flame on the Hellions. So if they can get into a mineral line, they're gonna wreak havoc. Looks like they're gonna have that happen right here at Scarlett's base. Oh man, one or two more volleys there would have been crazy effective. But now we got roaches on the field, so the Hellions are going to be less effective. We do have B-Boy Slug getting an awesome Zergling run by here on Maltonius' natural. He's going to take that out. Oh yeah. He's got more coming in for support. Focusing on the Speedling here. You seem to be mega focusing on the Hellions, which I do like because you can always swap them into Hellbats to make them a little more versatile.
Yeah, my plan this game was Hellions, and that's as far as I got. Yeah. But I think we do find out that the gold base is here soon.
I don't know if it's going to show me the vision.
I mean,
Oh, it does.
It's still there. Unscouted. Oracle's coming back into T-Mill's base. We're going up to 20 kills now on this one Oracle.
Oh my god, there's no reaction here. Finally a Stalker trying to shoot away. That Widow Mine is not getting Burrow in time. And yeah, that Oracle's going to leave without losing barely any hit points. And that's just one of them. Apparently there's another one flying around that I can't find.
No, there were two. One of them died somewhere.
Okay.
But that also got a ridiculous kill count.
We got the Tempest harassing some of these Zerglings here. And that finally the pings go down and they're like, oh my god. He could probably take out a lot of these probes here, though.
Yeah, it looks like all of these probes in the gold base are going to go down. But the carriers, of course, are coming over to support. Meanwhile, my Hellions are trying to break in the top, but there's like 20 filters up there. There's no breaking that.
Yeah, Tempest Roach are pretty good against Hellions.
Yeah, that's a nice unit composition to have. And now we know that carriers are on the field as well.
Yeah, carriers are good against Hellions, too. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm pretty hard counted. Yeah.
Oh, apparently Widowmines aren't any good against carriers either. So yeah,
pretty good against the interceptors if they stay out. I've been in a few too many mono battles trying that one out.
Yeah, well, I thought they were definitely taking out the interceptors, but they weren't able to actually do any damage at all to the carriers.
It gets a bit scary when the Widowmine launches and starts tracking interceptors that are running back to the carrier. If a few of those go off, then the carriers will start taking a lot of damage. But,
Uh-oh, we got Scarlett going up to 3 base Protoss.
yeah.
She's going to be pretty scary.
From here.
Alright, carriers coming in here. T-Mills with the decent amount of stalkers here should be able to at least take out one of them. Oh, and he's got Blink too, which is great. If my upgrade tab worked, I would have known that.
Yeah, I think he could have maybe got all three if he kept blinking down past those, but he doesn't know what else is on the map over there. He might be blinking into Speedlings or other stalkers.
That is a lot of Hellions.
On the right side again.
Yeah, I was watching them. The Hellion DT team. That's so many Hellions. That would be so good in a run by though. You roast so many drones so fast. Oh, you gotta be careful for those roaches though. Yeah, there we go. They don't hurt each other, eh? Do they hurt friendly units? The flame? No, they don't, eh? Okay. Yeah, it is for sure. I was just looking at that, thinking like, how is that possible? But whatever. We'll accept it as it is. Oh, no cancel there on that base. And we do have B-Boy Slug contributing a few Hydras there. But this looks like it's going to be cleaned up pretty easily.
Yeah, that was pretty scary actually there. I for some reason thought, yeah, I can take this, and then all the stuff showed up, and then bad times were happening.
Yeah. We do have. I like the amount of stalkers T-Mills has. I think it's good to have one player go like straight up stalker, because they're so fast and they can hit air units and they can blink, and it just really feels like a good unit to have a lot of.
Yeah, they're just so versatile. Unrelated note, keeping track of the Oracle, it's now in the gold base again, going up to like 45 kills.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, the last, Scarlett's a bit sad. The last drone turned into a spore crawler, so...
Oh, I missed that. That's hilarious. So she noticed B-Boy. B-Boy has the pleasure. If that's actually Scarlett, then Scarlett literally interacted directly with him. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. We have a bit of a fight on the right side. We have Blinkstalkers and Widowmines and Hellions and Locusts against Void Rays and Blinkstalkers again, and Roaches, and everyone's here, I think, except Scarlett, who's just building up that fleet in the top.
Yeah, and right now Team Allin has the advantage in this position, but it looks like Team Scarlett and company are going to back off and try to find a better engagement. Oracle's still moving around. I'm starting to get kind of laggy, guys. I'm sorry. I absolutely do not have a computer worthy of casting 8 players at a time. I'll do my best.
I don't think anyone will, to be honest. Like, full reforce will get completely crazy. We could even turn it down to normal speed, but
That's okay.
I don't know.
So Roach is forcing back the stalkers of T-Mills. Nice annoying little photon overcharge here.
Yeah. There's a lot of action over these right side bases.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be the focus here. I love the Widowmines by Minimum Rage. They're a nice addition to this composition.
Yeah, his mech skills are really really showing through this game. Actually, I was pleasantly surprised. It was a pleasant play.
All the Tempest coming in here though, and right now, I guess the Stalkers are what are going to be needed against these Tempests here. But as long as there's that many Immortals kind of supporting the Tempest, then I don't know how you could deal with it.
That is 8 Immortals. There's actually 10 Immortals on the map, so that is hilariously high.
Oh yeah, if
we do decide to back off here.
it's a nice battle though. I'm liking the like it's pretty close here.
Yeah, there's a lot of interaction going on between all the players, which I really liked this game.
If those Tempests flew over that Widowmine landfield, that would be, or minefield, sorry, that would be pretty sweet.
That would be justice, I believe is the word.
So, the focus, here's T-Mills trying to get close to the Tempest here. He's going to be able to pick a couple off. He actually blinks right into a handful of Stalkers and Roaches though, and now the Immortals are on their way. And as soon as they start firing, yeah, these Stalkers are dead.
Yeah.
He did pick up.
And the mothership shows up. So
Oh man,
injury.
that is that's not fair. I don't think.
Yeah. So in other news, the left side of the map is starting to get developed. We have the Templar taking the gold base, and we have one probe of Scarlett in minimum rage's third base attacking a turret. Hot action.
I'm trying to find that. Oh, here it is. Oh my god, and the other SCVs just repairing.
Yeah.
That's there you go.
Subplots this game. It's pretty good. So I believe now, once we see this gold base on the left side,
It's going down.
Yeah. But also we start getting almost two simultaneous 2v2s going on. Me and Minimum Rage start focusing more on the left side, whilst B-Boy Slug and T-Mills focus on the right side. So stuff starts happening a lot.
Oh man, those Oracles. Yeah, those Immortals, they basically like two-shot that hatchery. This base by Scarlett though, taking a lot of heat. Tempests are showing up to try to push back these Hellions, but oh, there's more Tempests. All the Tempests are here. Hellions are gonna stop doing damage.
Yeah, at that stage I was like, okay, Hellions aren't useful at all. I'm switching over into essentially full Viking Widowmine production because this Tempest speed is getting ridiculous.
Oh, we got a sweet little move over here though by B-Boy and T-Mills. Taking out the Zerg base over on the right side. I like the Speedling Hydra that B-Boy's got. It's really going to help take care of those Immortals to make the Stalkers of T-Mills a little bit safer to go with. Plus some Vipers for support.
Yeah. Agreed. And on the left side of the map,
Tempest.
pretty scary. T-Mills was on his own against Scarlett's Golden Armada. This is scary.
Oh yeah. He's got a lot of SCVs here, but unfortunately Planetary Fortresses don't shoot up. So...
Alright, this coming soon. Here's the void. Planetary will shoot out.
Oh, we got another assault over here on one of Maltonia's bases. All these Hydras. That is a lot of Hydras. Doing tons of damage. It's so hard to keep track of everything. Yeah,
That is crazy.
those are really good. Oh, he's getting himself flanked though. All the Roaches for Maltonia's coming back and trapping those Hydras.
Yeah, so on the left side, my Viking troops coming in against these Tempests. I'm finally managing to push them back.
Yeah, and I like the Widowmines are gonna go off. Oh, that was so much damage actually. Oh, even more. That is a really cool trick. I like that. And the blinking in, and Scarlett's actually in trouble here. So she needs some help from Maltonius' Roaches and Hydras, and they actually are gonna help out. You know, this is a lot of fun. I'm actually having a lot of fun watching a 4v4.
I know, this is crazy.
The dog's having fun too.
Everyone's having fun. How can you not like this game? This gold base is just getting absolutely pummeled. Even more so, I was so surprised that they all died to the siege tanks.
They actually all survived. Well, 4 of them at least. The 4 that went up to take out all the siege tanks. Alright, I gotta do some sound maintenance on the fly here because I'm literally on 10% volume, but I feel like it's too loud, so turn it down even more.
Meanwhile, we have a couple more Zerg being run-bys going into the Zerg natural, and I'm chasing back these Tempests with my Vikings. Slightly overextending with my Vikings, going down to around 12 on the front lines.
Yeah, we have Templar seeming to go into moving a little bit further away from those Immortals, going back into Stalkers to help counter your Viking count, because that was definitely massive and able to push Scarlett back. So she has like a million cannons over on her third base here. So Zerglings are not getting in.
Yeah. I don't think anything's getting to that base, quite frankly.
Okay, over here in the sort of middle right side, we have green drones trying to kill the teal hatchery here. And finally, the rest of his teammates showed up to help out with that.
Pretty crazy. Leeway Slope was holding down this right side almost on his own. The Oracle is still alive on the far right side. He's going up to 70 kills now.
Oh my god.
74 kills.
There's a Muta, though. He just has to right-click on that with a Muta.
While in the middle of the map, we have this sort of awkward fight where both players decide, oh, actually, we're just going to both run away from each other. But now, Minimum Rage is setting up a really nice position on Scarlet third base with these siege tanks, using Widow Mines to cover his flank. Really impressive. These tanks stayed alive for so long.
That's actually a very good siege here. He's going to be able to take out pretty much all the cannons that way. And I like... Oh, the storm coming down, though. That's actually unfortunate for those Widow Mines. Tempest High Templar. Pretty good.
Templar are a really good addition.
But the damage is still being done here over at the third base for Scarlet. And on the right side, Templar is trying his hardest to get this expansion up here. B-Boy keeps harassing him, and he's literally got like maybe, what is that, about 9 Mutas against like 7 Immortals and 1 Colossus. So, oh, he's going to pick off a Colossus there. Very nice. So doing some good harassment with even the amount of Mutas that he has is pretty good.
Meanwhile, back up on the top side of the base is still under siege. We've got these Green Road Hydra here as well. They're trying to be helpful, but I mean, it's really hard to press into this many tanks with their minds.
Yeah, well, T Mills is in a pretty good position to jump on anyone that tries to flank. Here comes the Roaches and Hydras. It looks like they're finally starting to sort of swallow up this position. Oh, but you get the base, though. Awesome.
Yeah.
This is a crazy game. You guys are working really well together. They're working well together. You really get to see a different dynamic when you're watching like 4 players try to work together with all these different armies. It's really cool.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have Evan back again in the orange main base, harassing with his Mutas. But the crazy thing is, we had to, once this game was over, we all had to go and rewatch it because we only saw half of the game, maybe a quarter of it. We missed so much of what all the other players were doing.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
New things.
Oh, Widow Mine's getting cleaned up here.
Yeah,
I think a cool strat here. I'd like to see the T-Mill Stalkers move in to attack these Tempests right now because they're actually pretty exposed. And then have the Widow Mines follow up behind while Tempests are shooting Stalkers. Maybe that would work. Instead, the Widow Mines go ahead. That is a lot of Widow Mines, though. Some of them are going to get some damage done.
Yeah.
Needed about 8 more to actually do something significant there. Oh!
Have some more action in the natural. There was Ultra and Hydras from Evan all dying off, whilst his Muses are fighting Phoenix is up in the top right as well. Whilst all of these Tempests are going down on the third, around the third base of Scarlet as well.
Yeah, it turns out Storm, not so good against Stalkers. A lot of those Storms were like beautifully placed right on top of the Stalkers, but they just kind of absorbed it and didn't care. I missed what was going on in the middle there because I was watching that.
Yeah, we had Evan again pressuring into the green natural with Ultralists and Hydralists, but they were cleaned up. He was fighting 2v1.
Now we got some red Widow Mines to go along with the blue ones. This Viking fleet is going to be so important for the whole game, especially with what Scarlett decided to go with here for the air. She's going to have to transition, I think, at some point, because no one's going to get an air army that can rival that one right now.
Yeah, so this is getting pretty late into the game. Most of the players are only on 1, maybe 2 mining bases. The yellow player is actually completely out.
Oh, did that Oracle die?
Oracle finally dies. 78 kills. Only 78.
That is insane. We got 45 SCVs mining from this gold base right now for Stark. You're getting the protection of pretty much everybody. You got red tanks and Thors, and you got some Widow Mines. It seems like Evan is sort of that guy who is trying to be distracting on the other end, while you guys sort of have the huge army.
Lone wolfing it up pretty hard on the right side. He was doing good. Meanwhile, we have this very awkward moment here where the green Zerg player decides he's going to go for some kind of base trade-y type scenario. He has a ton of 3/3 roaches and hydras with more coming. And we don't actually have anything at home. All of our armies are at the front.
Yeah, and it's not like a couple mutas can help out here with the hydras in the army as well. This is getting to be a scary army. I mean, in 1v1, this type of army just wins. So,
yeah.
We got all the Vikings coming back. Oh no, Infestors too. That's just to add insult to injury here. And these Roaches and Hydras are going crazy. They've already killed about 3 bases just between them right now.
Yeah.
I just can't get a break sometimes. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Meanwhile, at the top of the map, we have slow zealots chasing down Templar, which are being stormed and picked up by the Phoenixes. A crazy scenario. I'm just about managing to keep these Zerg army at bay with my Widow Mines. He doesn't seem to comfortable engaging into them.
Roaches and Hydras though are still here. Yeah, sorry, I was looking around for action. Roaches and Hydras are still going ham here, and they haven't. Yeah, we can see the Widow Mines trying to deal with them, and it's working to an extent, but we're seeing a lot of Widow Mines going down right here. If they can hit some of these Infestors, that'd be pretty dope. But Widow Mines are surprisingly pretty slow, especially when the Roach Hydra army's on creep, so having a hard time really catching up, but at least you're zoning them out. And now having position on this ramp is going to be pretty good. Oh, we got one Hydra taken out. We got so many B-Boy Slug full energy Vipers over here. I think they're all going to die.
I'm not sure if they did. No, he pulls them away. There we go.
A couple of them, nice. Meanwhile, B-Boys transition pretty much fully into Corruptor Muta, and even some Ultras as well. So this Templar base is going down slowly but surely.
Yeah, once again, this gold base is under siege. It's all about these gold bases we've seen throughout the game. Everyone's fighting over these 2 gold bases.
That Roach Hydra army is really causing a lot of problems for the Allin team here. Zerglings are not going to cut it. The Ultras will help, but actually he's getting flanked. He's going to lose 4 Ultras here, most likely.
Yeah, luckily for us, though, 2 of their Protoss players are effectively mined out, so we just have to manage this army.
Yeah, I
okay.
have no idea what things are looking like in terms of, you know, minerals and gas and what's left for each team. Scarlett got this High Templar train moving around here. Oh, all those Vikings are in a bit of trouble. Oh my god, tanks shooting High Templar. That sucks.
Yeah, tanks are pretty good against High Templar as it happens.
Yeah, it seems like that. And this green army is still alive and still being disruptive over here.
Yeah, but we've got a pretty strong position on the bottom portion of the map now. The gold base on the top that we fought over about 10 minutes ago is basically mined out at this stage. So it's all about, as B-Boy Slugs points out, we just need to secure this one base in the middle that's just awkwardly like their 3rd base. We need to secure that base, and then we're good.
Yeah, you look around and there's really not many minerals left. So you make a good point here. Now, I'm sorry, but I did not catch what happened to T. Mills. No, he's still here.
He is still here. So he was blinking around with stalkers, and his stalkers were effectively kamikaze pilots. They were always blinking into everything and taking one for the team. So he was making sure that all of our more expensive units, like the Vikings and the tanks and stuff, were staying alive. But he was taking a lot of the hits.
Yeah, it looks like that. He was also like key though in getting rid of that Tempest fleet, because otherwise we would still have Tempest being really and Tempest in a moment like this where you're trying to protect one single location, they're going to be pretty good with their huge range and being able to siege up. So good thing we got rid of those. Now armies are moving around here. These Vikings are trying to find an opening, probably to take out these Phoenix.
Yeah, I was. It was slowly occurring that actually they can't afford to make any more Tempests. So I was just sat here with like 50 Vikings, and like, well, cool. Glad my teammates have things that are on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one sat overseer.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, Scarlett's army looking relatively small. Nice run by here by B-Boy, taking out yet another base, although not too much mining going on at it, and running back to the Widow Minefield. Actually, he may be able to... Okay, no. Green Zerg player playing very well for a gold. If he was gold. Maybe he was the guy who was higher than gold.
Well, his account was gold. Maybe platinum. One of them was platinum. Certainly was a hard-fought game.
T-Mill is switching into the Dark Templar here, but he's getting stormed up.
How many times have you seen a Dark Templar get stormed? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't happen too often. So we're at a little bit of a stalemate here, and yeah, it looks as though you guys have the lead because you are still mining off of a couple bases. I'm having trouble finding, besides this long distance mining that's going, I actually can't find anyone else who's mining for the other team.
Yeah, I think that's because there isn't any mining for the other team. I'm checking the income tab right now, and the only person with mineral income is B-Boy Slow. That's it.
Alright, well that's the kind of position you want to be in when you have tanks and Broodlords and 40 Vikings. You can just sit back.
I have 51 Vikings. Yeah, I might have gone overboard. I don't know.
I like the minimum range tank line over here protecting B-Boy's base, which is the more exposed one of the three he's got, because it's out here in the center.
Yeah, I've got my minefield on the upper base as well, and therefore the back base is going to be secured by default. So I think at this point we're realizing, okay, we're actually pretty in control of this game. We can start going to pressure. Everyone's like talking, okay, how much money do we have left? Because it's starting to get to this crazy stage where you have to not just mindlessly macro. You have to think, actually, do I need this unit? Because maybe I need to save it later for a barracks to float to the edge of the map to force a draw or something like that.
Yeah.
Game scenarios get crazy.
You would think like that. Dirty Terran. You should have to kill every Overlord on the map too, in order to end the game.
Well, then Protoss gets screwed over, but we're alright with that, right?
Yeah, we are. Okay, so Maltonius, his army has sufficiently downgraded here. He's replaced all his roaches with drones, and he's got one infestor.
Yeah. Things are starting to slow down now. The return of the Scarlet Oracle is the fourth Oracle from Scarlet, or maybe the third. It has 37 kills, as you might expect. It's chilling in the bottom of the map right now.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah. It's just casual. It probably spawns with that many kills, actually. Yeah, so we have around 12 DTs just cleaning up the orange main slowly. Oh, they're bailing out of there. Being careful right now.
Yeah, it looks methodical though. Methodical pushes here and there. Now, we need something to deal with these Phoenix, and oh my god, all the Vikings showing up here. But Phoenix are a little too fast. Push, go, go, go. Evan making the call. Everyone's A moving into the base right now.
Yeah, Still gotta respect these Templar. Even though there's only 3 of them, they could take down my whole Viking fleet.
Yeah, especially look at how clumped they are. Explain to me how that makes sense. How that many Vikings can fly like that. But anyway.
Really good pilots.
The roaches for B-Boy doing lots of damage, and you know what? Like, I'm really starting to think that you guys are actually putting a... Oh my god, Minimum Rage has the tank army that is amazing in this type of...
He's bringing the siege.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I can't see how Scarlett's team can come out.
SCV's cleaning out gas on Scarlett's X3rd.
Nice job by Minimum Rage. He's got even more of an army over here.
Yeah, he has basically 2 identical armies plowing their way around the map. Everyone's mined out, I think, at this stage, except for these 2 Zerg bases on the right side.
Wow. Cleaning up here. And yeah, there's not too much more to see other than just everything dying. Scarlett doing her best to try to defend her cannon line with these Phoenix, but starting to get a little hemmed in here.
Yeah, she's out of Templar energy now, so you can go in and...
Oh, Minimum Rage dropping the Manor Mules. I don't even...
That's mine, there we go. Time to leave the game, people.
Oh, the roaches are dancing.
He always likes dancing as roaches. He's got his spines in.
I would say that was a little bit of a early offensive GG coming out of B-Boy. I mean, after an epic game like that, I don't think it's 2BM. Because I think he meant it in like a... Yeah, look at the dancing. I think he meant it in a friendly way, but when you're the other team, and maybe if you're really trying to win, maybe it's a little early for that GG. But
Maybe.
I see the point behind it, and there we go. Scarlett left with no GG. Or did she? I didn't see a GG.
They waited until the last building was...
Oh, yeah.
It was Terror Simulator, so they just... Yeah. Oftentimes, if you play a lot of 1v1s, you just type enter GG and it goes into ally chat, and you're already leaving the game. And
Yeah.
It's in ally chat, so it's...
That's true.
You can't really just say, oh, they left the game with no GG, but... Yeah,
I'm a stickler for
this
that.
game was pretty crazy. After the game, we just sat there and we were just like, that was a really good game, guys.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I have a new respect for watching 4v4 games, and I think that, like, at first I was like, okay, team games, you know, it'll be cool because they're playing Scarlett, but I don't have an interest in watching it, really. And then when you see just everything, I wish I knew the hotkey. I'm going to go learn the hotkey to zoom out, because that whole time I should have been zoomed out, but I wasn't.
That is Shift Z and Z, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get into that, because if we're going to be doing more of this stuff, you know, if you guys can just go out and find pros that are playing 4v4s.
Up against a pro,
Yeah.
beat 'em, not a big deal.
Yeah, oh yeah, not to mention that you guys actually won the game too, which is pretty awesome. You've officially beaten, and I think that it's a safe bet to say that was the real Scarlett, for sure, especially after checking that profile. But yeah, that's something you can say you did, and I can say I casted some of my buddies from the team who beat them, which is pretty sweet. Next up, who do we have to beat next? I'd say we've already beaten a Zerg player playing Protoss, so next we should find like someone like Polt playing Zerg, and then just beat them in a 4v4.
Yeah, I'll just ring him up and say, yo, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Yeah.
Go on. Who's Scarlett? Who's next?
All right, guys. Well, that was a lot of fun. I was seriously very impressed with that game, and definitely, if any of you guys find more games that are exciting like that, I know a lot of our players are playing team games. So if you have good games like that one, by all means, get them to me through Skype, and I'll find someone like Stark to cast with me, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, well, I think I'm going to call the stream then, because I have to eat supper. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks again, Stark, for giving me this replay and casting it with me. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks to the team for playing with me. It was great.
And we'll talk to you guys later.